Hey, yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate your support. Hey, let's talk about being technically proficient with your tank as a means to getting better at this game. A lot of times we will say most anybody can fight their tank technically well. That's not necessarily always true because it is within the context of the fight that's in front of you where that matters. So we're going to get into some side scraping. We're going to get into some tracking of enemy tanks and a little bit of knowledge of armor, angles, and things like that within a flowing game. So here I am in my low tier 8 premium German tank, one of my favorite tanks in the game, and we are in a 2-tier battle with tier 9s and 8s. Puts me bottom tier, but that's fine because the low can handle everything that's in this game. You will also note right off the bat there are no artillery pieces, so this will inform the places that I can go. You will note that I note the T-54 lightweight just went around the corner and did not get hammered. So I'm watching this with keen interest. I'm curious, is he going to get hit by anything right here? Now think about that for a minute. Why am I interested in what is happening to the T-54? Yeah, he went around and got some lights. He probably just got their attention. That's important knowledge to know. But why am I interested in whether he gets hit or not? Think about that for a moment. You've probably played this map. I'm going to let him get by. That's a technical proficiency. I don't rush forward in sniper mode, ram the T-54 and knock him offline, track him, or get him pushed out into the enemy. Going back to why it's important whether he took hits, that's because now I know there's not a TD behind that rock right there. There's probably not one in these bushes yet. There might be, but there's not one here. There doesn't appear to be a scout up here shooting us in the side, and that is all very important information. Why? Because now I can come around this corner and start getting damage, getting around behind, and this is essentially flanking within a specific flank. As soon as I get my camera to stop doing that. It's not going to stop doing that. Flanking within a specific flank. So I am adding lanes of fire to these guys instead of just up there with our whatever's up there, Emil and the other guys. I have just changed this fight a little bit. That IS-3 now isn't free to move up. The T-54 has to worry about me. Well, there's a Pat in there as well. Don't get a shot, or actually I do miss the T-54. Now, what I said earlier about the fact that there's no artillery, that's important because you can't sit here if there is artillery. If you sit here with artillery, you're going to get hammered. Guess what? There's now an 8.8 over there. The lightweight found him, but that's that further bush back. See this big rock right here? I know that rock's here, and I know I'm protected from that TD. I cannot be hit by the TDs on their TD hill because of this big rock right here. So the two avenues they have to get at me are here, which is a problem, and if I poke around the corner. So watch what I also note happening. I see the Patton is moving up, so I'm heading backwards. All right? The Patton is probably going to make that point untenable because he can come around, hold down, just show me his turret, and start slapping me. And I may be able to go through his turret once or twice, but I also have a pretty good chance of bouncing his turret or just plain missing because he's exposing so little of his tank. And what do I have exposed? The entirety of my front. You can see he went right through my lower front plate right there. So at this point, I've got to accept that I can't hold that spot. Okay, be technically proficient. I also now put myself in the position to be hit by the 8.8. So I'm at a kind of a bind right here, especially if the Patton decides to get in there and push me, which he does not. And in actuality, he's moved. So I notice that, right? The Patton's no longer there. He's no longer keeping me there. I can still protect myself from the 8.8. Here comes an Emil 2. Be technically proficient. Here we come out the IS-3. You'll note that the Emil comes up and cuts in front of me and makes my approach very difficult right there. If he would have given me a little bit more room, I can get in here in echelon and help him out. But that is a common mistake that people will make right there. Be technically proficient and don't do things like that. See, I can't get my gun down, but oh, Patton's backing up, so he avails himself of my shot. That low does not really notice us, which is a good thing because he would have punished me. Oh, here they come. And the 4502. I go for the track. He ends up hitting me right there. I'm unable to track him, but I've got to back up now. And I have to pay attention to the 8.8, which seems to have been pushed back a bit. Nope, there he is. He got a shot. He's shooting at the Emil. And now I've got to go all the way back around this corner because I'm getting pushed by the low. There's the 4502. Potentially the Patton can get in there. So all those things are a problem. I can no longer hold that little corner right there. I've got to back up. In 30 seconds, I can fix my engine. This is what I'm trying to do right now. If I can find a shot, I'll do it, but for the moment, I need to turtle up right here and wait and see what happens. 10 seconds, no shots there. Oh, look, the 4502, but he's not really looking at me, is he? Nope, maybe he is. What else do I know about this corner when I came back? Look at the northeast corner of the map. We have 2 TDs up there. If anything comes around that corner, they can definitely support. So think about that while we go into this next phase. There's my engine. Fix it here in a moment. There we go. Now I'm much more maneuverable. Now I'm much happier about poking out here potentially and seeing what's what. So let's go see. Those TDs are back there. They're ready. Oh, look. Right for the front sprocket. I track them. The TDs take them down. Be technically proficient. .54 doesn't really see me. He's not paying attention. Wham. Now he is. Oh, now we got the low. The low has seen me. The Patton has seen me. But they're also busy with some guys above. Oh, here he comes. Alright, so I'm backing up. Why am I backing up? I could have popped out and taken that shot, but I'm backing up because I know there's TDs behind me. Tracked. He does get me, but he gets hit. Hit again. Thank you, TDs. Be technically proficient. Just pop out and shoot. Expose as little of the tank as possible. Little side scrape. I said we'd talk about that a little bit. Try to get it in there, but don't quite. Bounce off his upper plate. There is a JT down below. I do have to be careful about him. I really need to get this 54 out. He's a thorn in my side. Literally, if I pop out. But maybe somebody can help me. Somebody kill that T-54. Do me a solid, fellas. No, he's still there. Ah, there he goes. Thank you. And now we can advance and move forward. I know the 8.8 is over there, so I'm only going to pop around enough to see if I can find out where he is. There he is. Notice I didn't stay there. Going for that upper plate right around where that gun port is. Okay, so that's a bait right there. I baited the shot. I did that right before I was loaded because I wanted him to shoot, and I was going to come out, let it zoom in, and fire before he was reloaded, and now I'm back out of the way. Be technically proficient. Rocking back and forth a little bit here. See if I can bait a shot on me. Alright, well, let's side scrape. Maybe we can do it this way. There we go. Once again, right into that same spot. Whack. Technically proficient. Understanding angles. He was actually backing up against that rock. Once he did that, he actually started to decrease the angle of the upper plate and increase the possibility of my pen. He's back behind that rock, so I'll just do it this way from now on. Oh, there he is. What's he doing? Oh. He's left just enough exposed, and the excellent low accuracy takes over. There's a CDC. I know he's headed this way, so I'll look to cut him off. There goes their Kanon Jägerpanzer, whatever it is. Yep, got him. And he's done. So be technically proficient. Lots of little things put together. Understand the setup of the two teams. Understand your micro positioning within your position. Understand who you have supporting you and what you can do with that. Good technique for tracking enemy tanks, good techniques for side scraping and poking and timing of shots. All those things come together. Decent game, 3,800 damage right around. I'll show you the stats right after this. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you subscribe, and we will see you.